it's Agnes here at ABK, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for this week 6 introductory video. This week's theme is on something that is super important, not just as we're thinking about our goals, but life in general. And it involves two separate yet equally important parts, and that is belief and action. Now, as it relates to our goals, in order to be able to realize them, we need to have a belief in ourselves and our ability to achieve those goals. The more we believe in ourselves, the more likely we are going to take action. And as we take action, the more we believe in ourselves. And then this creates a wonderful feedback loop where your motivation's going to be increased, your resiliency is going to be fostered, and you're increasing your chances of success. However, belief and action can also be detrimental and send you into a downward spiral. If you don't believe in yourself, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And you're limiting your abilities within this world of ours. So how do we end up harnessing belief to further our actions to create an upward spiral? Well, there's a few things that we can do. One is to foster a growth mindset instead of sticking within a fixed mindset. We can use SMART goals to set up realistic goals so we're not setting ourselves up for failure. Because if we set ourselves up for failure, we're not going to believe in ourselves and then we're not going to take those actions, hence a negative feedback loop. Instead, using SMART goals sets you up for greater chances of success. You also should be paying attention to the language that you use, not only to describe yourself, but others. When we shift our language ever so slightly with more positive words, then that ends up having a more beneficial impact on what we believe about ourselves and others and what is possible. It is also important to recognize that beliefs are not set in stone. And just like you, they can change through experiences and through actions. So it is possible to take your belief in yourself and end up watering it and letting it grow. It is also really important that you keep track of your actions, because as you keep track of your actions, then you're setting yourself up for greater consistency. The more you act, the more you're going to believe in yourself. It is also really important that we recognize and accept the fact that we're going to make mistakes, and failure is a part of life. And when this happens, we accept it as part of our journey, we learn from it, we grow from it, and we develop a greater sense of belief in ourselves when we're not deterred by the fact that we are confronted with mistakes and failures along this life journey of ours. So it is really important, again, to think about the fact that our belief and our actions, they go hand in hand in order to be able to either bring us up or drag us down. Now, if you are feeling motivated, I encourage you to go ahead and check out one of my Work With Me videos so you and I can take the actions necessary to turn our dreams into a reality. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again. Have a wonderful day.